Morning everyone, Wednesday morning workout. This is day 17 now I think of us doing the morning workouts. I hope everyone can hear me okay. Before we get started we do need some kit today. So I just want to run you through what I've got. Just a standard rucksack and I've packed mine full of firewood and squash bottles, water bottles. I reckon mine's probably about 12 kilograms. We are going to be doing some overhead shoulder work, so use that as your guide, how heavy your pack should be. I would say anything overhead wise, what you can competently do for 12 reps, make that your guide. It will be a little bit light for some movements, but we don't want it to be too heavy for your overhead work. So please make sure you've got the right weight. If you've got a duffel bag with the handles at each end, that would be even better, but I think most people have a rucksack, so I think we'll do the workout with this today. And this is the first time that I've done actually some extra weight rather than just body weight. So before we get started, make sure you've got your rucksack set up and you've got some weight. You are going to need it for the main part of the workout. If I can get a few hellos from everybody this morning, just so I know everyone's morning. Good morning, Townsend. Regular as clockwork. Great to see you this morning. If I can get a few more hellos, I'll get started. But I also want to give people a bit of time to get their rucksack set up as well. We will start off as normal with our mobility warm-up. And then we'll get through to our main workout, which is going to be 4 main exercises. We're going to increase the reps up to 12 today, and on the single-sided work, some movements will be 12 a side and then some will be 6 a side. So we've got one today which is a single leg RDL, which is technically quite difficult, so we're going to bring that down to 6 each side. So how many people got watching? We've got a few people watching, thank you very much. So we'll get started, and the first thing we're going to do is a side kick through. So I want you on all fours. This is called a quadruped position. So feet below the hips, hands below the shoulders, and the knees pretty close to the elbows. From here, we're going to twist to the side, so the weight comes onto that outside leg, and then the inside leg, we kick through. So off the floor, kick through. We're going to come back into that quadruped position, twist the other way, so the outside leg is flat, inside leg kicks through, okay? So you've got all the weight for that arm, and I'm going to pull the other arm back to get a retraction for the shoulder blades. Back into that quadruped position. Okay, that's the tricky part. Make sure you've got room to pull through. Back into centre, twist, kick through the centre, pull back with the elbow. So I want you to try and flow through these. We're going to do a few more each side, so you can learn the movement. Hands facing down, twist, weight onto the outside leg, kick through on the inside leg. And if you can make it nice and smooth, you can then start to get quite nice and warm whilst doing the toe to body movement. We'll do 2 more each side. And rest there. Next one's called a tabletop. We will progress this one into something called a tripod, but the first one is a tabletop. So you're going to sit on your bum. You're going to bring your hands behind you with your fingers facing away, and from there I'm just going to push up through my heels, up through my hips, and squeeze up as high as I can, and then come back down. I'm not trying to excessively curve my spine. I want to tuck my chin, tilt my hips under, and then just get a stretch of the shoulder and chest, as well as engaging the glutes and hamstrings. So we're going to do a few reps here, get used to this movement. That's 5, we'll do 3 more there. You bring the feet in, you maybe get a little bit higher. And the last one, and back down. So that's your tabletop. And next one's going to be a shin box. So your shin box, I want you to start with your heels just slightly wider than hip width, hands on the floor, and then from there you're going to drop both knees down to the same side, so your shins are flat on the floor. Your back knee should be behind your front heel. You'll then pivot back over your heels, and then down to the other side. Once again, trying to press your shins from your ankle to your knee all the way into the floor. switch over and lean into it, okay? So this is a great hip mobility, opens up the hips. Just switch side to side. For those of you who can make that a little bit more advanced, we can take the hands away, and then you've got a little bit less room to move your hips, makes it a little bit more difficult. Switch across, drive the knees into the floor, shins flat on the floor. So that's called shin box. Really good movement. Next one is shoulder twist. I did this on week 1. So your shoulder twist is going to be one palm facing up and then one palm facing down. And then I'm going to look at the hand that's got the palm up, and I'm going to go up and over the shoulder, and I'm going to rotate that across. So I'll end up looking at the other hand. Twist and twist. I'll do that face on now so you can see what my shoulders look like. So I'm looking at the hand with the palm facing up. I'm coming up and over and then twisting. Up and over, and I use the thumbs as a guide of how far around I can twist the palms. So try and get those thumbs as far around as you can whilst using those shoulders. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to go through that one more time, and then we're going to finish with a deep squat hold that we did last week. Last week we did our deep squat hold for 1 minute. We're going to try and do 1 minute and 30 today for our squat hold before we get into the next exercise. So we're going to start from the top. Our side kick throughs, we're going to do 6 on each side, okay? So starting in that quadruped position, twist, pull back through the elbow, kick through the leg, switch, back to centre, switch, back to centre. Okay, so that's 4 in total. We're going to be doing 12. One more each side. Good stuff. Okay, if you are watching, it'd be nice if you say hello this morning so I can see who's with us. Give you a shout out. Likewise, if you can share these videos, it'd be much appreciated. The more people that get to work out during this time, the better for everybody, okay? So please do your part in sharing these videos across and saying hello. And likewise, if you do have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Okay, so next one is a tabletop. I'm going to progress this one now into a tripod. So we'll start off with 6 tabletop first of all. Feet flat, hands behind the body, fingers facing away. Tuck your chin, squeeze your hips up. So 6 there. And 6. Okay, so with the tripod now it's a little bit different. You're now going to rotate with your torso and get your hand as far behind you as you can, looking towards the back wall. From here you are going to push up exactly the same into your tabletop, but now you're going to shoot your opposite arm towards the back wall and let your eyes follow your hand. Come back down to seated, twist, reach as far around as you can, push up through the hips and then stretch through with the upper arm. Sit back down. 3, we're going to do 3 each side to make 12 in total. And that's called a tripod reach. Okay, next one is your shin box. I'll sit a bit further back so hopefully you can see the legs. Nice tall posture, start with the hands behind, drop your knees down to the floor, and really force both knees into the floor. Switch across, good. So I'm going to do 6 with my hands behind me. Make sure you own those end positions, okay? Don't just rush side to side, make sure you really are owning that position. And then I'm going to do 6 with my hands out in front, which is a little bit tougher. If you can't quite manage that, go back to the hands behind. You can probably see that I'm scooching forward Little bum walk. Nice tall posture. Good stuff. Okay, onto your feet. Our shoulder twist. Palm facing up, palm facing down, face the palm facing up. Shoulder comes up and over the top and twist. Really rotate those thumbs. And 12, good work. Okay, have a little breathe, have a sip of water, and then we're going to finish with our deep squat hold. Plenty of people watching, which is great to see. Early morning risers. Love to see a few comments so I know who's watching. It'd be great to see who you are. So give us a shout, say hello. I'm sure there's a lot of regulars, which is great. Okay, so our deep squat hold. Feet slightly wider than hip width, toes slightly out, not too much. And then we're going to drop into a full squat. Okay, I'm going to time this for 1:30 today. So, all the way down to the bottom position, and we're going to hold it there. So, same as last time, I want to get into that prayer-like position. So, our elbows inside our knees, hands together, and then I'm going to force those knees out, okay? Once again, opening up the hips and glutes, adductors. Try and make sure you've got a really good posture, okay? I'm going to scooch around to the side so you can see my spine. I don't want to be rounded, okay? I want to be nice and tall, but I'm not excessively arching, okay? So neutral spine, nice flat foot, so I've got weight through the whole foot. If you remember what I said last week, if you can imagine that's the sole of my foot. I want the knuckle of the little toe, the knuckle of the big toe, and the centre part of the heel. So that triangle, all in contact with the floor at all times. Even when I shift the body weight, those 3 points will stay in contact on both feet. So we're coming up to a minute, and now what you do is shift your body weight side to side, but keeping those feet flat, keeping that posture nice and tall. Just transfer your weight left and right. Some of you may have had to give up by now, that's fine. Just have a quick rest, and then drop back down into the squat. We're at 1:10 now. Hopefully by the end of this isolation work, maybe up to 3 minutes doing this. Fingers crossed we're not in isolation too much longer so we can get back into the gym and start doing your full resistance workouts. So 3, 2 and 1, and then stand. Well done if you managed to hold 1:30 there, good effort. Okay, last chance for a bit of water, and then we're going to go through your actual workout. So you're going to need your rucksack for that. Make sure it's nice and heavy, and make sure it's zipped up. So we're going to run through the movements first of all, and then we're going to put them into a circuit of 12 reps, and we're going to go 3 times through the circuit. The first one, the demonstration, we won't include as part of the workout. So, grab your rucksack. As I said, I think mine's probably about 10-12 kilograms. I'm going to hold it on the straps. I'm going to keep it right in front of the body, okay? So what we would call a goblet normally. So from there, I'm going to do a reverse lunge. Nice tall posture, back foot down, back knee touches, and then back to both feet together. Alternate side, back down, feet together. So nice and slowly to start with. Just make sure we are fully warm. We're going to use this as the last part of the warm-up. The extra weight up front just means you have to engage your core a little bit more. And obviously the legs are going to have to work a little bit harder to lift your weight back up to feet together each time. Try and maintain those shoulder blades together to keep your spine nice and tall. Don't allow yourself to slump. Good stuff. We'll do one more each side. So that's a goblet, reverse lunge, and rest there. Next one's going to be a bent over row. So you're going to hold your rucksack in that position. So hold the top and the bottom. I'm going to go side on so you can see my spine position. So I want you to start at the top, Retract your shoulder blades back and down, soften your knees, and then you're just going to hinge at your hips and then drive your hips backwards until you come down and we've got a flat back there. From there, you're going to row it all the way up into your rib cage, squeeze your elbows together, and then back down to straight arms. Squeeze up and down. Keep your eyes on the floor. Don't really want you looking up and putting excess stress through your spine. So just facing the floor, squeeze those elbows, and then back down. So this is a bent over row. Prime mover being the lats, the back, and also some biceps involved here as well. Very hard to keep count when you're trying to give cues all the way through the workout. I'll do my best. I'll do 2 more there. Good stuff. So that's your bent over row. Come back to standing. Next one's going to be a single leg RDL. These are quite tough. More from a balance point of view, but also it's because we're going to work the hamstring eccentrically, which is quite difficult. So you may feel sore from these tomorrow as well. So we're going to start in the same as we did with the bent over row. Retract the shoulder blades. This time we're going to go onto one leg. And from there, I'm going to lower the rucksack down towards the floor while raising the other foot up into the ceiling and then back down. So I'm trying to keep my body from my heel to my shoulder nice and flat. I'll see if I can look at the phone at the same time. Nope, balance is not very good when I do that. So the best thing to do is to find a point on the wall or on the floor and keep your eyes fixed on that, and then you can maintain that nice straight line from heel to shoulder. And 1 more each side. So this is a single leg RDL. RDL stands for Romanian deadlift, and rest there. The last one I'm going to do is a military press. Once again, this is why we tried to choose the weight that was okay for overhead work. So I'm going to have the bag at your chest height now. Hope you can hear me okay still. And then from there, I'm going to press directly over my head and lock out overhead. As some of you may know, I'm still recovering from a shoulder operation, so my left shoulder hasn't quite got that range of motion yet, but I'm going to try and push through that arm as much as I can to rehab it whilst I'm using this lighter weight. So obviously with the military press it's for the shoulders, so your delts. You also get a bit of triceps involved here as well. Try not to overarch the back, so when I go side on, if I push and lean back, you can see that my spine, especially my lumbar spine, starts to arch. Try to avoid that, okay? So tuck your hips under and then push straight up, and then try and bring the weight of the bag over your head so you don't arch. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more there. It's a little bit harder than I was expected. And rest there. Okay, so that's your 4 movements. We've got reverse lunge with the rucksack at the front. We've got the bent over rows, the single leg RDL, and the military press. So that's going to be the main part of the workout. Get a sip of water, and then we'll start the real workout of all 3 rounds for 12 reps. We're going to do 12 reverse lunges on each leg, but we're only going to do 6 single leg RDLs on each leg. Especially if it's your first time, those RDLs can be quite tough. Okay, so 10 seconds, get yourself into position, grab your rucksack. Well, it's a bit quiet on the comments this morning, still plenty of people watching. Be great to hear from you though. If you can drop us a comment, much appreciated. It's nice to know who's involved. Okay, so here we go. Reverse lunge, 12 reps each side, 24 in total. Here we go. 1, 2, good. Make sure you keep that nice tall spine. So that's halfway, that's 6 each side. You might be able to feel your biceps working by holding the weight in front there as well. Added bonus of getting the guns worked out at the same time. Okay, 9. 3 more each side. Okay, that's 12, well done. Straight into our bent over row, so holding the top of the rucksack and the bottom. Set the shoulder blades back and down, soft knees, hinge at the hip, come below the knees, nice flat spine, pull into the rib cage. Nice high pull with the elbows. 2, 4, good. Keep a nice controlled tempo. Halfway. 2 more. Good stuff. Go into our single leg RDL. We're going to alternate these, okay? Shoulder blades back, nice posture. Then move a little bit further forward so you can see that back leg. Find that point on the floor or on the wall. Keep that position. Whoop. If you do lose your balance, just reset and then get back involved again. So this is obviously a hamstring dominant exercise, and we're working it eccentrically, which is a lot tougher. That's 5 each side. 1 more. Just recompose yourself if you lose your balance. Excellent, 12 in total there. And then into your shoulder press. So from there, driving up over your head. Head through your arms. Eight, 4 to go. Keep pushing. If you find that the weight's too hard for your overhead work, obviously take something out of the rucksack. If it's feeling too easy, grab something else. Anything that's heavy, whack it inside. 1 more and we'll rest there. Good stuff. That's 1 circuit down. Quick sip, literally 10 seconds before we get into the next round. I've got another follower, Martha. Nice to see you this morning. Thanks for getting involved. So that's 1 down, 2 to go. Straight back in. Grab your rucksack, nice posture. Here we go. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warm now. Got a bit of a sweat on. Try and make sure you do a nice stride backwards, that you're not too close. You want a nice wide base when you're doing this. If your feet are too close, you'll cramp your work, you won't get the full range of motion. So really drive that back leg nice and far away from you. Okay, completely lost count. Okay, so let's call this 9. 10. 11 and 12. Good stuff. Into your rows. Top and bottom of the rucksack. Track shoulder blades, soft knees, hinge at the hip, come below the knees, and then row. Five. You can hear that water gurgling around us. The water on my rucksack. Really squeeze those elbows nice and high. Try and pull those shoulder blades together. Do 2 more here. Good stuff, stand tall. Reset posture. RDLs. Find that point to look at the whole time. Help maintain that balance. Alternate left and right foot. If you are finding the balance difficult, don't worry. It's just a skill, just the practice. You will get better. It's a really good exercise, this one, especially if you've got a nice heavy barbell in front of you. So really work at that when you get back into the gym. One more the other side. Good stuff. Into your military press. So up onto your chest. Drive through. Try and lock those arms out. Four more. And one, rest there. 2 circuits down. Sip of water. One more to go. I'm always asking for questions during these workouts, but very rarely get any. I know people are too scared to ask questions or they feel embarrassed, but please don't feel so embarrassed. We are here to help. So if you are stuck for ideas with your diet over the time you're in isolation, please ask us. Likewise, if you've got any ideas in terms of your workouts, you want some ideas, you can do maybe during your runs, we can help with that as well. Okay, last time through, not going to rest too much. Straight back into our reverse lunge. Third and final circuit, here we go. Nice big stride. 12 each side this will be. Let's really get that heart rate nice and high now. Try and keep that weight nice and high in the chest, don't let it come down too low. So right underneath your chin, elbows tucked in. Okay, we're going to do 2 more on each leg. Good stuff. Into your rows. Shoulder blades back, soft knees, hinge at the hip, keeping the shoulder blades together. Nice high elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice flat back. And 12, good. RDLs, 6 each side. Reset the posture first. Find that point to look at, keep looking at the whole way through. Try and get that heel nice and high so it ends up the same height as your shoulders. Hopefully it's showing you on the video that I'm just about managing to do that. 3. 4. 5. One more each side. Keep the bag nice and close to your legs. And rest there. And then shoulder press last time. Starting on your chest. Hope this is coming quite challenging for you guys now. If not, you can redo the video later on using a heavier weight. Do a double split day. Really push yourself. No excuses for time, unless you are a key worker, in which case thank you very much. Get it done when you can. We'll do 4 more there. And rest. Good job team, well done. So that was 1 demonstration round and then 3 work rounds. Great work. We've got 2 other parts of the workout to go yet. We're going to do a Tabata heart rate increaser, or what we call a finisher. And we're going to do some abs, and then we're going to finish with a decompression as normal, okay? So your finisher today is going to be a Tabata. and it's going to be thrusters. So we're going to use your rucksack again. You're going to hold it like you would the goblet, like we did for our shoulder press as well, but not like we did for the reverse lunge, okay? So you're going to hold it at the bottom and the top of the rucksack, hold it on your chin. You're going to do a full front squat, so nice and deep, and then straight into an overhead press. If you've got a nice big light shade above your head, make sure you don't touch that. So full squat, and then press overhead. Come back down to your chest before you come into the squat, and then straight up in one movement on the way up. So all the way up in one movement, and then down in two. Okay, so that's a thruster. And we're going to do Tabata. Those who haven't done Tabata before, it's 4 minutes of interval work. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 8 rounds, and that will make 4 minutes total, okay? So I'm going to set my timer up for that, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so get ready. Get your position. Okay, we're going to start in 20 seconds. So if you want to get a quick sip of water on, do so now. Okay, so we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 20 seconds of thrusters. I'll move again before I hit the light. And try and keep yourself moving for the whole 20 seconds, okay? You can hit these as fast as you like. Obviously, the faster you go, the tougher it will be. 3 more seconds, and rest. So we've got a 10-second rest now before we get into the next round. Those 10 seconds will fly by. And here we go. Face the clock so I can see the time. Make sure those squat depths are good quality. I want no rubbish reps. 1 more rep and time. Make sure you rest your shoulders in between on those 10 seconds. Set, go. If you find it easy, increase the pace. If you find it tough, slow it down, rest. Three, 2, 1, here we go. Start off that nice deep squat each time. Keep your quality, never forsake your form. No matter what movement you're doing, what pace, always keep your form. Shoulders should be burning nicely now. And rest. Three, 2, 1, let's go. Come on team, keep moving, keep pushing yourself. Every rep's important, do not stop. Time. Good, keep moving. Breathe, get some air back in your lungs. Try and control that heart rate. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Shoulders. Time. 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds. 6 done, 2 to go. Big air. 3, 2, 1, let's go. and rest. One more round, one more round. Okay, empty the tank on this one. Everything you've got, fast you can with good form. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 20 seconds flat out. Keep pushing. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Give yourself a clap. Well done, that was tough. Heart rate should be well up there now. Well done. Have a breather, get some water. So we're on to abs next. Just give you 30 seconds to get your heart rate back down. You're going to need your rucksack again. Who knew a rucksack could be so versatile? Some of you may have hand weights at home. You can fill it to the brim with hand weights, make it a really tough workout. And maybe you haven't got a rucksack, in which case you can hold tins of beans in your hand, bottles of water in your hand, and do the workout that way. There is always a way. Okay, so with your abs, we're going to hold it once again the same way as we did for the rows and the thrusters. I'm going to go side on so you can see the first demonstration. You're going to lean back, take your feet off. You're going to twist down to one side and then press up to the other side. So twist and then press on the diagonal. So if you think about the diagonal is up in the opposite corner of the room. So floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling, okay? So that's a Russian twist with press. So I'm going to give that a go. We're going to do 6 on each side. So we're going to press all in the same direction for 6, change over, and then all in the other direction for 6. Here we go. Press 1, twist, press 2, twist, press 3. Good, keep that going. 4, 5, and 6. Then we go straight in, opposite side, twist, and press to the opposite corner of the room. 2, floor, ceiling. And rest. That was tough. That rucksack's heavy for this movement. Okay, a little breather. Literally going to give you 10 seconds only. And we'll go again into round 2. 3, 2, 1, 6 again. Try and twist as much as you can. And lean back so you can feel the tension. You want to feel your lower back a little bit. Rest, change sides, reset. One more, struggling now. 1 to go, 10 seconds, breathe. Last round for abs, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 6 to one side. Twist first, 4, then press. Straight in, no rest, here we go. And rest. Ooh, that was tough. That bag was a bit heavy for my ab workout. Well done if you finished all those, good work. Another message from Tamsin. Yeah, thrusters are tough, especially as part of Tabata. Okay, we're going to start your cool down now. Those who've done my workouts before know, rather than just sitting on a bike at the end of a workout or end of a class to bring your heart rate down, we can do some decompressions so we can get the benefit of reducing our heart rate, reducing your temperature and stretching, decompressing the spine. so you feel $1 million afterwards. Okay, the first one we're going to do today is a take on what we did last week for the figure 4 movements. So we're going to do a figure 4 with our legs and then raise our foot up against a wall or a sofa. I'm going to use the sofa today, hopefully you're going to see it properly. So on your backs, if I show you how it looks side on first of all, then I'll get into position. So you're going to cross at your ankle at your knee. Okay, I'm going to drive that knee out as far as I can. I'm going to raise this foot up onto the sofa. So it looks something like this. Hopefully you can see me. So that foot on the sofa, push up into glute bridge, cross your ankle over your knee, and then just drop your hips back down to the floor. And then lie down completely flat. So you're going to feel this in lower back and through your glutes. And just stay there and take some deep breaths, okay? I'll talk you through the breaths in a minute. But anyone with any back pain, especially lower back pain, sciatica, this is a great movement to finish with. You can even rock side to side in this one to increase the stretch, which feels quite nice. But for today, just breathe. So 3 conscious breaths. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. So 3 seconds in. 3 seconds out. 1 more on this side. Breathe out. Straight away you should feel relaxed when you breathe out the way, and your heart rate will drop much, much quicker. Change your feet over, up into glute bridge, cross your ankle over your knee, and then drop your hips down, drive that knee out, relax. 3 more deep breaths. Okay, and the last one for your decompression today is for upper body. And we're going to do a T-spine stretch or a decompression. T-spine just means thoracic spine. So mid to upper back. It's a problem area for people that work at desks. You can imagine being in this random position a lot of the time, okay? You can get sort of stuck in that position. So we need to try and get as much mobility for those vertebrae as possible. We're going to open the door for this one, so you can use a door in your house. A cupboard, a wardrobe, whatever's close to you, something that's just about head height or above. I'm going to demonstrate with one hand first of all. So hand on top of the door, and then from there I'm going to move my feet back slightly and then just push my chest down towards the floor so my hands come above. Like I said, I've got a bit of a shoulder problem, so I do find this one quite tough, but both hands on top of the door, feet back, and then you're going to push your head through your arms and drive your hips back. You should feel that in mid-back between your shoulder blades. The closer you get your chest to the floor, the better. I'll also demonstrate on the sofa for you so you can see it on the sofa. It's probably a little bit easier for me actually because it's not quite so high. So there, hands on the sofa, and then I'm going to push the hips back and then my chest down towards the floor. Okay, I'm going to hold that position there and then 3 seconds of breathing. 3 seconds in. 3 seconds out. Last time. 3 seconds in. 3 seconds out. Okay, session complete. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the workouts. If you are looking for other ideas, I would really encourage you to get outside for that hour exercise you can. If you're really short on time, just go and find a hill and do some intervals, okay? If you can find a hill that's maybe 30 meters, do a few warm-up laps to start with, so your heart rate's up and you're primed for the workout. Then sprint that 30 meters as hard as you can. Do a very slow walk-back recovery, and then repeat for whatever time you've got, okay? You will not find a more effective workout for increasing your fitness, burning body fat. It's really going to be the best way to go. So if you are wanting something outside, I'd highly recommend some HIIT training on some hills. It's a perfect way to go. If you did the workout today, please leave a comment, see how you enjoyed it, what bits you would need changing for future. Any feedback's appreciated. We've got another live workout tonight at 6:30 like we do every day. So remember, they're twice a day by different instructors from all 3 gyms. So 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the evening. It stays on our Facebook for a whole day, and then it gets transferred onto our YouTube page after that. So thanks again for joining us, and I'll see you next week. Bye.